What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. I'm getting ready to ship out quite a few items. These are items I've sold on eBay, but I thought I'd give you a little tour of the shipping room. Got some requests to kind of show how I'm storing stuff and how I'm shipping it. So that's what we'll focus on in this video. See, I have just a fold-up table here with my laptop, my Rollo printer, my scale. Got my laser printer over here for scanning and printing other items. I've got some toys sitting around. These are thrifted finds. Some of them are listed, some of them are not. I plan on putting a black shelf. I have, as soon as I find it, up there and putting a bunch of other things I have listed. It just kind of sets the mood. It's nice to look at, you know, when you're in here working. If you watch the videos enough, you've probably seen my UPS sign I found at a yard sale. I've had it hanging there for a while. I enjoy it. I have my old photo area with the old umbrella lights. I actually need to get those down because I'm never going to use them again. Right now, it's just what I'm using for a light to light the room. But I used to take photos here. I bought this backdrop to kind of make them look fancy, but you know, I think it's better just to use the white background with my Amazon photo booth I bought. So yeah, I just haven't used this area. It turned into a testing station and a workstation. I have my little TV there because I test a lot of electronics. Actually, if you look over here, I got my pile of two large stacks. I got Wii stuff. I got Wii stuff down here. We use all this stuff I have stacked here because it needs to go through the testing phase. The only things that get tested right away are items that I can return. So these are all things that come from yard sales, thrift stores that, you know, there are no returns. So yeah, that's where I'm going to test this stuff. That's why I got this Wii stuff here as well. These games that I'm going to test and bundle real quick when I test the systems. Got some PlayStation games there. Got some cameras I'm testing. Got a DS there. Got another DS down there. That's actually been tested, so that's ready to go. Got some electronics back there. Those have already been tested. They're ready to go to Amazon FBA. They'll probably go on to the next shipment. Got these headphones hanging here. They're testing headphones. I use them to test, you know, anything that needs to test the headphones or audio. Got this big box and I just throw all my void fill in, like extra void fill that come out of boxes where I buy things, you know, online, and I just have this filled up. I save all my boxes, all my void fill, because that's easily worth a lot of money long term. If you're doing a lot of shipping, you know how much it costs to buy shipping supplies. Of course, I got boxes down here. I got my shelf of all my packing boxes, materials. Even up here on the top, I got just like clothing and hats and stuff I have listed. This room, I try to keep everything I have listed in this room and anything I need to ship. You can see I got these shelves set up here. We just got totes. I like to use the clear totes so I can see what is inside. Unfortunately, you can't fit 3 of these larger clear totes on. You can barely fit 3 of the smaller. So I have excess space here, which I always end up using. Back in the corner, I got boxes. Up here, we just got stuff that's been listed, and this is stuff that's waiting to be sold. Over here, we got stuff. Yeah, just more stuff listed there. I also have a shelf in another room that has listed items, and a shelf even in another room that has some listed items. Those are more bulky items that just won't fit in here. Heavier items that I don't really want to carry upstairs because this is actually upstairs. I've been trying to find the perfect house for 3 years now, and I just can't find another good house. And I don't want to move until I find, you know, that one house that is going to work for me, because I don't want to have to move again. So I'm still waiting on that. Housing market's been terrible. I'm sure many of you know. Right here, I have just this rolling cart. This thing's pretty good to stack boxes on, totes. When I pull a tote out of here, I can just sit it on top of here, get what I need out of it, put it back on there. Works out great. I can roll it around, so you know it's not in my way at any point. Down here, actually, I think I just got, yeah, this is just stuff that I need to test, more stuff I need to test that ended up in that tote. And then I just got some, you know, tools. I got my vacuum there, stuff like that I just need to work with. Same with down here, I got cables that I use for electronics, stuff to test. I got VHS tapes, all kinds of different things you might have to test something with. I got just here loose boxes I use to ship. Of course, I have way more boxes than that. Storing these boxes are a pain, especially when you don't have much space. So unfortunately, you know, I have boxes everywhere. Pretty much everywhere I store stuff, I have boxes like this. Of course, under the desk here, I got bubble wrap, my trash can. Got the contractor paper, which I love to use for packing. Another like plastic shelving thing here. I have a bunch of remotes in there and cables and power supplies. And back here, I have more media and stuff just games, board games, stuff like that doesn't fit in totes very well. I've been asked multiple times if I actually label my totes and have like an inventory system. I don't. I only have about 500 items listed, and I can usually find my items pretty quick. There is some method to my madness here. I kind of know when I put stuff in these totes, I kind of know where they're going. They kind of have categories. You know, I have shoes over there. I have things that are not that heavy. I don't know. In my mind, it makes sense to me. Every now and then, though, there's an item that's been in these totes maybe for a year that sells, and I'm like, oh, where is it? And I have to spend more time than I would like. I would love to have like an alphabet system where each tote's like A, B, C, D. And I just put that in the listing, and that way I can find it easier. But here's the thing. I would have to go through all 500 items and just change all the listings and go through and categorize all of that. That would take multiple days for me to do probably. And I'd rather spend those days listing and getting more inventory in. So I suggest if you are new to eBay and you're starting your inventory storage, just go ahead and start categorizing it. Just put like tote A, B, C, D, whatever it takes, and put that in the listing. Start it early, otherwise down the road you may want to just go through and change everything, and it's going to be a lot of work. But like I said, for me personally, it's no big deal. Like, I can find stuff pretty easily, pretty quick. That's kind of what I'm going to do now. I'm going to ship out some of this stuff I've sold, and we're just going to do that together. I got this Arrow fastener stapler gun that I bought at a home. I bought that at Lowe's. I think I paid $13 for it. And my house is well over 100 years old, so it's going to be creaky as I walk. I apologize for that. But yeah, that's going to be over here on this shelf. So here it is. We'll grab that. There it is. Going to, well, what did I sell this for? $45, I think. So let me check. Yeah, $45. Paid about $13 for it. Looking here, this is going to Oregon, so it's going to cost $19.12 to ship this priority mail. But this should fit in a regional A box. So let me look here. The regional A box price. Can't really put my phone on here. I don't want to accidentally get the person's address and have to do a bunch of editing to blur out this stuff. So $12.99 is the regional A box price. So yeah, let's ship that for $12.99 in a regional A box. Over here, I keep my regional A boxes right here. There's two different sizes. See if I can do this with one hand. Get that out. So that should be good there. We'll get this packaged up nicely and go on to the next item. So you can see it fits in there and there's plenty of extra space. Void fill can be expensive, so what I'm going to do is actually cut this box down to fit. The way I do that is I just take my knife and I just cut the sides level with that and fold it over. And there it is. I just folded it over here and taped it. Even though it has the peel sticky backs, I don't trust it. It can loose very easily, so I always put an extra piece of tape there just to make sure it holds. If you're not familiar with the regional A boxes or the flat rate boxes, regional A boxes, you can fit, I think it does have a weight limit. Let me see if it says here. Okay, it does say max weight 15 pounds, so you can fit up to 15 pounds in there, and it seems like that's lower than what it was. Maybe they changed that. Because I remember I was shipping some very heavy lock packs in here and it seems like it was over 15 pounds, but it's just a way to save money. So if you're shipping something heavier that's smaller, look at the regional A boxes. Of course, if you look on here, there's a bunch of different shipping options on eBay. So yeah, choose regional A if it's an option. It's usually cheaper. So next I'm shipping out a Scarlet G.I. Joe figure. And I have these kept over here as well. We got a little tote here, which has the remaining Imaginext figures. We got some Skylanders figures here. And then we got the G.I. Joe figures I keep in here. So let's go over here and we'll look in there and grab Scarlet out of there. She's in here somewhere. I'll look for her. There she is. These came in a vintage toy lot I bought. Sold her for $27.95 plus shipping for a total of $30.26. So next we got some Skechers shoes. And after that, some New Balance purple shoes. So we'll go ahead and keep an eye out for those. I got all my shoes over here. Those should be probably down here. It's going to be hard to see over here probably for you. The lighting's not that great in here. Once I get those umbrella lights down and get some actual better light in here, there's the purple ones. After I do that, there'll be some better light for me. But I can see fine. It's just probably coming through the camera pretty dark. Now the other ones are multicolored, so it should be pretty easy to find these. Might be in here. That's why I like clear totes, is because I can see in there. And here they are right here on top. Of course, shoes are really easy to ship. You just use one of the priority mail shoe boxes. That's what I usually use, and don't have to really worry about them getting broken. Over here and get the priority mail shoe box. I don't use them just for shoes. These are great boxes for a lot of things. Pretty good, versatile size. And like I mentioned, I'm not too worried about shoes bouncing around too much because they're not going to get broken unless they're dress shoes and they can rub up against each other and cause damage. And then I wrap them in, like the paper that shoes usually are wrapped in shoe boxes when they're new. Then I put some void fill in there just to stop them from moving around too much. See, there's a lot of space here. I can cut it down here, or I can just put a piece of this contractor paper in there. It doesn't take much because it's really thick, and it'll just kind of stay in there and stop them from moving around since these shoes aren't really heavy. That's kind of how I do my shoes. So it looks something like that, and then we will just tape it up, print out the label. And I don't need to weigh these because I know they're under 2 pounds. Sometimes shoes go to 3 pounds, and I usually weigh them before I actually list them because I don't want it to go over to the 3 pound. But I have my scale here, and you can see, yeah, not even close. I've sold so many shoes at this point I can pretty much guess the weight on them. So yeah, there we go, ready to go. And by the way, I picked these up at a yard sale. I think it was $8. I got a couple pair. One was brand new in box. I sold that a while ago for more money. I sold these for $30 plus shipping. And then with these New Balance, we're just going to do pretty much the same thing I just done. I don't even remember where I got those. Seems like maybe a yard sale. Didn't pay much for them. They've been in the inventory though for a long time because in my mind I thought they already sold. Just something that's been sitting there for a while, but they sold for $30 plus shipping for a total of $44.44. I decided just to put these in one of my eBay boxes because they fit in there a lot better. I get these boxes for free pretty much every quarter. I get a gift certificate, $25 allowance to spend on eBay shipping supplies from the eBay shipping store. That's because I'm paying, I don't even know what I'm paying, $25, $30 a month, I think, for an eBay store. That's just one of the perks to subscribing to it. So next, I got my Smallville DVD collection set that sold. Here it is. I picked these up at Goodwill for $3 a piece. Ended up selling them for $79.99 plus shipping. It's going to take both of my hands to carry them over there. My mistake, I sold them for $75 plus shipping. Shipping looks like it's going to cost about $8.86. I can ship these media mail because they're DVDs. Shipping priority mail would cost a lot more. So that's one of the benefits when you're selling a lot of DVDs or a lot of books. You can usually ship them a lot cheaper than what you could something else that weighed the same amount. One annoying thing about media mail is you can't use a priority mail box to do your shipping, so I'm gonna have to find a box in here that's going to fit these. So I found a box here, but there's a lot of extra space. I'm just going to go ahead and use my box score, size it down, and we'll just run it across here and it'll score the box. We'll cut the size and just fold it over. Makes a nice clean cut for a nice clean package. So next I am looking for a Touche board game I picked up at a yard sale, and I know exactly where that is because this thing sold pretty quick. I thought it might sit for a while. I wasn't sure. I listed it a couple days ago. I paid $25 for it at a church rummage sale. Actually, I think I said yard sale. I sold it for $17 plus shipping. The total was $28.05. If you're not familiar with how I do my videos, when I say shipping, that means the buyer paid the shipping. Usually I get a eBay discount on the shipping. So if they're charged, say $12 for shipping, I usually only have to pay $9 and something to have it shipped. That helps cover the void fill and fees and stuff like that as well. That's why I don't use any third-party shipping stuff like Pirate Ship. I don't think there's any sort of bonus for using that other than cubic shipping. But when you pay a quarter for something like this, you sell it for $17, all of a sudden it becomes worth it. Very annoying. It doesn't fit in this larger priority mailbox I have. It's just so close. I thought it was going to fit. That makes shipping it a lot more of a challenge. I'm going to have to find a box that it fits in. I have so many boxes. It's just a matter of I'm going to have to dig through them and look and try to find one that it will fit in. It's my lucky day. The first box I grabbed out of my pile of boxes in the other room, it's a pretty good fit, so I'm going to take it. Sold some door jamb latches. They're actually not in here. They're still in the other room. So let's go in there and I'll show you my nightmare. So here is another bedroom that I use for storage. You can see right off that it's packed full. And this is all stuff that needs listed or it needs sold or it's going to Amazon. It looks very chaotic, but there's actually some good organization here. I know pretty much where everything is. That shelf over there is being used for items that are listed, so anything on that shelf is actually listed. We got so much junk in here. I'm actually sorting through stuff. I got piles of games that I have to count, get ready to send to Amazon. I got piles of just puzzles that are loose that are going to be bundled on eBay because they can't be sold on Amazon for whatever reason. They're all sealed. I got a bunch of sealed board games the same way. All this stuff is stuff that I have to ship in to Amazon. It's Christmas season, so we're going to get that shipped in. Hopefully get it sold this year. But for whatever reason, what we're looking for is being stored in here, and it's going to be dark again. I think they're still in here. Yeah, here they are. Right here, these door jamb lock hooks. I think I was going to try sending some to Amazon is why they're in here. And you know what? I'm fine if they sell before that. That's why I have them listed. Make some money that way. So yeah, there we have it. Got Legos. I got these stupid Can't Catch Harry game or whatever it is. I got at Walmart. I found out they're heavily IP protected. So what I'm going to do is bundle them in other groups of board games that I'm selling on eBay and slowly phase those out. And yeah, there we go. You can see I got a lot of stuff to deal with. There's always something to do in the reselling game, whether you're sourcing or listing or even just organizing your inventory. It's one reason I love it. And I actually have my storage in a different location than my home. It's about 3 times as much in there that I have in this bedroom. So it just gives you an idea of how much stuff I actually have. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why don't you just sell it? Why don't you just quit going out and buying more stuff? Well, for one, I actually absolutely love going out and hunting. Another thing, I kind of want to feed the YouTube channel as it's growing. I want to go out there and find new stuff and be able to make videos. Plus, I'm planning on hopefully at some point hiring an employee to help me with the listing. So I want to have plenty of stuff for them to do. For me to do. If there's another COVID outbreak, I can list a bunch of stuff. If for whatever reason Goodwill just becomes unprofitable and thrift stores start collapsing and I can't make money, I still have all this stuff to list. I know it sounds like the defense of a hoarder, but trust me, my bank account's growing every month. I'm selling more than I'm buying. It's all working out. It's just, it takes space to do this if you want to make a lot of money. So it looks like these door latch hook kits, they're going to ship best in a priority mail bubble mailer. It costs, I think, $7.79 to ship them. Otherwise, I could put them in a box and it's going to cost me $8.71. The priority bubble mailers are flat rate, so anything you can fit in there is going to ship for $7.91. It looks like they've raised the prices. Did they raise the prices recently? I didn't catch it. It was $7.79. It is holiday season. They always raise the prices. Every year they go up. It is what it is. We're still going to make some good profit on these. These came from Lowe's. I think I paid about $4 a piece for them. Sold them for $30. Got another pair of shoes. We got some Merrell shoes we got to find. So let's go back over here to the shoes. I just listed these fairly recently, so they should be on top. The thing is, I just also recently moved a bunch of my shoes and combined some totes, so I might not remember exactly where they are right off. Actually, I think they're over here. I have a tote of shoes I just remembered. Where I was keeping all my Keen stuff. I got some nice Keen shoes. So I probably got the Merrells in here. I think that's them. Yeah, that's them. I picked these up at Goodwill. I think I paid $6 or $7 for them. And they sold for $37.95 plus shipping for a total of $51.13. They were very clean, easy to list, and took, I don't know, a week or 2 to sell. So next I got to ship out this Filter Queen air purifier. It's going to be pretty annoying to ship, but that's okay. I paid $25 for it. I sold it for $80 plus shipping for a total of $105.72. I'm probably going to have to pack this in I'm thinking a Walmart moving box or a Lowe's moving box or something. I'm just hoping I have one right now. I should have some downstairs, so I'm going to go check. Found a pretty good box. It's going to be a pretty good fit. Got it scored down. It's going to fold over nicely. I'm going to add a little bit more packing material to make sure the edges are nice and protected and it's not moving around in here. I got a few layers of bubble wrap around it. For stuff like this, I always use the big bubbles, and I'm going to have to find some better bubble wrap deals. I used to have some I would buy on Amazon that was a lot cheaper for this big bubble wrap. For the last year, I've been using some Lowe's clearance bubble wrap. I got big rolls of it for $5. I got a bunch of them. I've already burned through that, and buying it at Home Depot where I got this, it's like $31 for 100 feet, which is just very high. So let me know out there where you're getting your bubble wrap cheaper, because I'm in the market to find some bubble wrap. It's been a while since I've actually had to buy it at full price, so I'm looking for the best deal out there. So next we got another annoying thing to ship, and it's right over here. This typewriter I picked up at a Goodwill. Picked it up for $10. And I sold it for, let me take a look here, $97.95 plus shipping for a total of $114.23. Was a great flip. Sold in about 2 days of me listing it. Pretty much the same thing with the typewriter. We're just going to size down the box, pack it in, make sure the edges are packed tight so it's not moving around. I like to put extra padding on the corners so if it's dropped and it hits a corner, it doesn't crack the typewriter. I've shipped quite a few typewriters now and I've never had any damaged. These things take a lot of beating. They go down conveyor belts, they fall, they get thrown on trucks, so you need to have them packed well enough that they're going to survive that at least. Then I sold some New Balance shoes for $28 plus shipping. Some 1540 V2s. They are probably in this tote. That's them right there. Pretty easy find. Didn't have to look very long at all. And we'll put these in a priority mail shoebox and get them shipped off. And there it is. I'm caught up on shipping for the day. It's actually a Sunday, so I don't have to drop these off until the morning. So, tomorrow morning I may have a couple other sales that I get today. But Sunday afternoon I like to get caught up on all my weekend sales. Not a whole lot of weekend sales, but some pretty good stuff. Going to make some good profit on it. But you know what? I'll just wait until tomorrow and we'll see if we get any more sales, and I'll just continue the video then. I think for the rest of the day, I'm just going to relax. I'm going to go take a shower and just, I don't know, watch some YouTube or something. And it is the next morning. Got a couple more sales. Caller ID, which I think is over here. Yep. And a light strip kit, which actually right here. Same tote, so that's good. And yeah, those are the two sales for this morning. This came from a Home Depot. I believe I paid around $7 for it. I sold it for $20 plus shipping. Caller ID, I think I paid about $2.99 for it at Goodwill. And I sold it for $25. I did free shipping on that, so I guess that's going in a priority bubble mailer flat rate envelope, because otherwise it's going to cost a lot to ship. That could have been a mistake. I probably meant to put that on calculated shipping, but you know what? It is what it is. I paid only $2.99 for it. I'm going to make money. So the caller ID only cost about a quarter more to put in a regional A box, so I went ahead and done that rather than put it in the priority mail bubble mailer, because that protects it better. Then for the light strip kit, ships first class, and I put that in a bubble mailer. It's a nice stack of sales. Some good profit here. Gotta drop these 2 boxes off at FedEx and the rest go to USPS. Filled up 2 IKEA bags. I love those bags. I've mentioned before, they're so handy. Typewriter and the air purifier I just have to carry by hand. So I'm downstairs in my front room, and this front room has been packed full of stuff for a couple years. I mean, to the ceiling packed full. I've had little pathways. I've mentioned before I got so much clearance. I had a big deal that went through, and I made so much profit on that stuff, and I needed a place to put it. So, this is just one of those places, and I kept thrifting. But I've got a lot of it out of here now, and I decided, you know what? I'm just going to set up my photo booth in here downstairs in this front room. I breathe reselling. I might as well, have this stuff downstairs. You see my living room kind of goes out that way. So this is kind of the front room, and then it goes back there. Everything else is clean, organized. I promise. It's just like this room, it's kind of cluttered right now. Not even close to what it was. There's some baseball gloves. You're probably seeing these before they're actually shown in a haul video, because this video will be coming out earlier. Got this Budweiser sign I got to do something with as well. I think I'm just going to sell that locally. But it's funny, I noticed I got this clock probably 3 years ago at Goodwill. I still got the Goodwill tag on it because I just hung it up there real quick to see if I wanted to keep it up there. And it's just been buried back there. So yeah, I'm finally going to get that off and kind of get this cleaned up a bit. I just wanted to end the video here real quick and show you how I get labels off, because a lot of people ask me pretty much every video, if I take labels off, how do I get them off without damaging a product? I use a hair dryer. See, I got this handy little, I don't know what it is. I found it at Goodwill and I instantly said, that will hold my hair dryer. When you're taking off hundreds of labels a week off stuff, you need your hands free and just have something like this. I actually found something like this on Amazon as well. So if you want to buy it, I think there's a link still in the description for that. But then you use these Scotty peelers, turn on your hair dryer, you just hold the item, use one of these, it just peels the label right off. Put a little bit of this Goo Gone on a paper towel and just wipe the area gently, and it'll just take that extra goo, extra stickiness right off. Of course, if it's a really, really old like box, like paper box or something, it's pretty much impossible to get that off without causing some damage. But that's still going to be your best bet. Now I'm going to try to get some listings knocked out. I hope you enjoyed the video. Got an inside look of kind of how I'm selling out of my house full time. It does take a lot of space and a lot of time and a lot of work, but it is possible. But if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button for me. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. This has been Wick. Till next time.